Hello. I just got out of the shower and got done doing my hair, which kind of looks stupid. There's Peeps. Hi, Peeps. And I already put the dogs in their house because I am meeting Alex and our friend for dinner. My videos are all up. I don't know like what's going on with my hair. It looked cuter when I had done with it, but I'm getting ready. Oh, I know what I came down here for. I think I'm gonna wear my, it's like 90 degrees outside. So we're going to this restaurant called Indianapolis, which I've actually never been to before, but Alex, well, I've gone to one, but there's like 2 or 3 of them. It's like Alex's favorite place, and it's like pizza and like, I have the fan on because it's so hot. Like nice thumbnail. So I'm thinking about wearing this shirt to see, but I don't like those things on it. And then I was gonna wear these like New Balances. But then I also got this shirt at Target. And I have another one and I actually just like stained it. But this is really casual. So I feel like, and then I'm gonna wear jeans, which I know I'm just gonna boil in. But I'm sure they're all dressed up because they're coming from work. So this is the only kind of belt I wear unless I have to be dressed up because, yeah, it works really well for me. So I think I'm gonna do the jeans and the blue shirt with my sandals and my wooden watch. Maybe even some bracelets. My husband needs to clean this stuff up. It is so dusty over here with dog toys and stuff sitting around. Anyway, he needs to go through here and decide what he wants and what he doesn't want. Like he's ever gonna wear this bracelet, seriously. Anyway, wouldn't it be so funny if I showed up with one of these necklaces on that he can't stand, or that he had to have but now he can't stand? But I kind of like that one. That's from Lucky. God, the necklace is so long. I mean, what do you do? Like with this necklace, it's so long. Do you see this? I got him this at Lucky. It's like an arrowhead. Do you see that? I love that. I'm just gonna take that. Anything else in here that I might want? Silver bullet. Oh, I got him a lot of this. I haven't looked through any of this. Oh, a shark's tooth. Maybe a shark's tooth tonight. Oh, that's corny. I haven't worn a necklace for so long because I'm so heavy, you guys. But like, I woke up today and I've lost 23 pounds. So I'm like a lot thinner than I was. He used to be so weird about me borrowing his rosaries. He'd be like, no, those mean something to me. Well, they're sitting up here now collecting dust, so they don't mean a whole lot to you, but anyway. I love this necklace though. I wish it wasn't like this long. Look how long that is. It looks stupid, doesn't it? I mean, with a t-shirt it would look cute, but I'm grabbing it anyway. Okay, well let me finish getting dressed. I'll be right back. Okay, so that shirt did not fit at all, so I resorted to this. Can you see it? Can't really see it. It's like this. It looks almost kind of purple. Can you see it from far away? It looks kind of purple from far away. You can see the whole view there. I look so fat there. But anyway, get ready with Peter. So I'm gonna wear this shirt, just a little cuter. I want my hair like a little messy. I could totally wear this necklace, I couldn't I? No, it looks stupid. It's like a t-shirt necklace. Anyway. Alex and her friend are both texting and saying that they're running late, which is interesting. The one time that I'm like on time, they're like late. I was a little down because I tried to try on my wedding band and my wedding ring, which I know fit me at like 218 pounds. We have got to get bedding that matches. This is so ugly. But I know it fits me at like 218 pounds. I don't know why. I just know that the last time I could fit into it, I was like 218, 219. And, hey bud. You gonna be okay without me tonight? But, like, they don't fit at all. Here, I'll show you. I have them. This is my special little box of things. So this is the very first pen that ever came out about my book. And then I have my recovery coins in here. And then these are the engagement rings. Here, I'll take them in here and show you. So these are the engagement rings that we have. Should you see them? I don't know how well you can see them off of like this, but they're like Tiffany's. You see, they're like this really cool like chrome. That's not doing any justice to these rings. I don't know how to show them to you so you guys can see them. Do you see? Oh, you can kind of see it that way. Do you see them that way? And they're like meshed wire. Okay, so those are from Tiffany's. And then Alex got these, our engagement rings, for us. And it has inscribed on it, I love you, I love you, I love you. And then inside it has our wedding dates on it, so. How cool is that? Both from Tiffany's. Alex wears his all the time, but mine do not fit me. So I'm like trying to get them to the point where they'll fit. I'm trying to lose enough weight. And hopefully that's soon. Cologne du jour, you may ask? Well, Michael Kors. My signature scent. Would you guys like to see how spotless our bathroom is right now? It's crazy. Look at this. Like for us, it is like really spotless. My little area is all clean. This is my area and that's Alex's area. Look at all his shit that he has over there, so. Oh, and these are the candles that he just bought me. All right, peeps, you gonna be okay, buddy? Dogs have eaten. It's like depressing because I want to wear fall clothes, but it's so hot outside. It's like you can't wear fall clothes when it's like 91 degrees, you know what I mean? Jelly bean. We gotta got all kinds of texts. They're all on their way, but they're all running late. Of course, the one time that I would like even try to be somewhere on time. Oh. Okay. My head is killing me from a migraine. I think these are Alex's sunglasses right here. I need to try them and see. Our sunglasses look so identical. I don't know if these are his or mine. And I really can't still tell. But I think they're his, because I don't like these as much. That'd be funny if these are mine. Although these look gold. I wonder if somehow ours got switched around. I like mine better. I don't think those are mine. Okay, you guys, well, I'm gonna head to dinner, and I will talk to you a little later. Just a little FYI, I got out to my car, and these are my sunglasses. So it just goes to prove that you can look something right in the eye, you can look right at it, and think you know the truth about it, but the reality is you really don't know the truth about it at all, right? So isn't that so funny? I looked right at those glasses, put them on and everything. I was like, these are not my glasses. They're totally my glasses. And one of the things that's so funny is that I complain about them a lot, and I'm like, when I ordered them, I swear I ordered them gold color. And I was like, but they don't look gold. And inside they totally look gold. And these are my sunglasses, so, and I totally love them. But anyway, the perception of truth. Isn't that so interesting? I mean, not just about sunglasses. Oh my God, they got Halloween decorations up and everything. Oh. Alex is texting me. But I mean, that's like interesting about the whole perception of truth, isn't it? That like, have you ever been so convinced of something? Like one of the things I used to do with the kids that I ran, worked with in group is I would say to them, if we went around this room and like, let's say the walls were white and I ask each person on the wall, I will ask one kid this. If I ask each kid on the wall, what color are the wall? Or if I ask each kid as we went around the room, what color are the walls? And each kid said blue and I came to you, what would you say? And they would always say, I would say the walls are white because the walls are white. And I said, okay, so we go around again, and they would say, I'd say the walls are white because the walls are white. And I said, how many times would we have to go around this room before everybody else said the walls were blue and you said white, before you started looking at the walls and thought to yourself, am I crazy? Am I not seeing the truth as it is? Like, why are they seeing it as blue and I'm seeing it as white? Like, what's that about, right? Well, our perception of truth, you know, our finding of truth is based on our own biases and our own objectives, right? And our own motives. And in that situation, my motive would be to make that person think the walls are blue when they're not. So you have to really check when you're thinking about the truth about a situation, when you're looking at it overall. Are you asking yourself both sides of the story? Like, how must this feel from both sides of the story? Does that make sense? And I think it's kind of interesting when you think about things that way. And a lot of times when like people bring stories to me and stuff that they want me to make videos about on my main channel, I think about like, is this real? Because a lot of people send me videos that I'm like, I won't make this video, because I just think it's one thing to cast shade about something that somebody does, but it's another thing to cast shade. I don't even think it's casting shade or shading. It's another thing to, like, I call these videos exposed videos and all that kind of stuff, but in all honesty, like, if I knew some truth about something, I probably wouldn't expose it. I would go to that person and I would say, hey, this was brought to my attention. I just wanted you to know, blah, 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 whatever. Does that make sense? Unless it was something of, like, an illegal nature, and then I don't know what I would do with that. But I think it's interesting when you talk about the perception of truth, you know? It's like, what really is this? Which is why I love on my channel that I just take something and I give you my opinion. I give you my perception of the facts as I see them. So, and it's fun. I like doing that. Doesn't mean that people have to agree with me. You can come up with your own perception of the truth. And I think that that's what's, you know, amazing about the world, is that we are each allowed to come up with our own belief systems and our own opinions. And I love that, you know? And I don't always agree with people's opinions, and I don't always respect people's opinions, but I'm willing to hear their opinion, because maybe I'll learn something about, you know, where they came from, or why they feel that way, or why they feel so differently than I do. And I think once we stop listening to one another and we just go, nope, you're wrong, nope, you're wrong, nope, nope, you're wrong, and we stop listening and having discussions and having conversations, then we've really stopped learning and we aren't teachable anymore. And I want to remain teachable. I want to hear where somebody comes from, what their story is, why they believe a certain way, why their truth matters so much to them, why their perception of the truth is the way that it is. I want to learn that, you know? And I think that's important for all of us. And I think if we stepped back and we tried to look at the world that way, I think we would have far less problems. But that's just my opinion. So anyway, I'm gonna call my husband and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay, do you guys see this? People say I do not see fox and coyote, and that was just a fox going across the street. People always say I don't see it. Where did it go? Where did it go? Mr. Fox! So I did. I saw the fox. Oh, there it is. Do you see it? Oh, there it is. It's going up into their walk. Do you see that? Can you see it? Mr. Fox! There it goes around the woods. Hello? So I went to dinner was a long ass dinner. It was like 2.5 hours. But it was fun. We sat outside and I had pizza. It was like this Mediterranean, like, why is this always closed off when I try to go through here? It was like this Mediterranean, I had like a margarita pizza with like corn on it. It was good. It was semi-healthy, I guess. And I had a bunch of like prosciutto. Is that prosciutto? I can't remember what it's called. Prosciutto. Bread with like tomato paste on it. That was good. But anyway, I mean, it wasn't super healthy, but it wasn't bad either. And then I came home and I did a You Now stream. Then Alex came home. He stayed for like 2 hours more. His dinner was like 4.5 hours long with our friend. But I was like, I want to go home and do a live stream, so I did. But anyway, it was fun. We had a cute little date night with our friend, and it was good. But anyway, I feel like I never trim like right around here when I do my beard. People think it's like so easy to have a beard, but it's like really not. It's like always unruly if you don't keep it short. Anyway, I should have put on a hat because my hair looks bad now, but I don't really care. And I threw on a t-shirt and changed my hat. Changed my shirt. So I was thinking tonight, I had thrown out on here the idea of doing a podcast. You guys will be really excited about this idea, or you'll think this is really stupid. But I mean, literally, I just came up with this idea, like how I wanted to do it like an hour ago. And it all kind of came together in my head, which is so weird because that's kind of like how all of my creative ventures happen. And I was like, oh my God, this is exactly, like, this is so me. This is like how I would want to do it, right? And there are so many YouTubers out there that have podcasts and, you know, they just talk and whatever. And I had thrown out the idea of Tanya and I doing a podcast, which that would be very funny and that could even be part of what I'm going to do. But I was like, I really like want to mix like my fiction writing, like whatever like my next step is, I want to mix like my writing with like my blogging from back in the day when I was like a blog writer, like nonfiction, like, you know, very much like the things I talk about on here. But I would like to fictionalize some of it. Do you guys want to hear a really weird thing right here? Here, I'll even show you. Are you ready? Do you see this light right here? This light right here is where I said, God, please let me make it through this light. And this is where I had my epileptic seizure. The one and only grand mal seizure I had. You see where that car just turned? That's where I had it. So right here where that car is coming, I had my seizure about right here, and I went through that guardrail right there. And I ended up sideways on the interstate. Just a little facts for you guys. But anyway, I was like, I really want to do a podcast. Like, I wanted to do a podcast before I started my YouTube channel because I was like so into podcasts back then. And you guys like know that I love like old time radio stories, and I want to do something to pay like homage to my mom, but I also want it to be like very true of who I am. And one of the things that I really struggle with is that anything artistic that I do, and this, I do not mean this in any kind of phony measure whatsoever, but anything artistic that I do, I want to do with intention, which is why I recently, in the last 2 months, tried to change my drama channel videos to where if I'm going to talk about drama, I'm going to do it and there's going to be some intention behind it. There's going to be some kind of lesson behind it, if that makes sense. Because I don't think it's good enough for me anymore just to get on there and flip fans and be haha funny and all that kind of stuff. And that's fun too, and I think there's a purpose behind that, but I want there always to be like an intention or a motive behind what I do. And so like, I kind of would like to mix, like I'm going to continue to do my vlog forever, but like I would like to mix my like, the things I talk about on here with like fiction, like fictional stories with maybe some like, anyway, let me just tell you my idea. Okay. And it would be very scripted to some degree. Did you guys ever back in the day listen to Garrison Keillor's Lake Wobegon days? I loved it, right? And I cannot, there was even the movie, I think the movie came out with Meryl Streep. Was that called? Lake Wobegon Days. I can't remember what it was called, but it was with Lindsay Lohan. It was fantastic. And it was basically based off of his old radio show that he did. That was a variety show. And that's really what I want to do as a podcast. And it would be once a week. And so there would be this very like fictional town that I would talk about with characters, but then real people in my life, like Tanya, like Melissa, like Caroline, my cousin, like different people would be living, like live in this like town to some degree. And so like I would have these people on there, but then it would be, there'd be pieces that would be scripted and funny. So there would be like a Halloween show and a Christmas show and like a New Year show and like a 4th of July show. And, but there would also be like, it would be like a once a week podcast, and maybe I would interview people on there, and maybe I would just have a piece, you know, it would be an hour long. And there would be a piece where I would like tell a story about something that had happened, you know, between me and my mom, or maybe I would read some letters on there that, you know, like, or pieces of my mother's journal, or things that I had learned over time. But there would be like a theme to the whole show. Does that make sense? And maybe I'd even get some local musicians who might perform on it from time to time and things like that. But I would want it to be free flowing, but at the same time somewhat scripted. So before I went into it, it wouldn't just be like me rambling for an hour. There would be like okay, so this is like, these people are going to play the music in the background, and this is the story I'm going to tell. Even if the story was just I was winging it, but this would be the story that I would tell. So it would kind of all flow together, very much like how Lake Wobegon Days was back in the day. Because I really miss Lake Wobegon Days. It may still be on, I don't know. I used to listen to it all the time. I know that you can download the episodes as podcasts, but there was something very soothing about Garrison Keillor and his stories, and I liked the idea that there was this place, Lake Wobegon, that existed, that was, you know, somewhat innocent and serene, and the people there were normal and innocent and serene, and I liked that idea, you know, I liked that idea. And that it's not about that. And I also thought that like I would do the week's top news stories, but it wouldn't be like things that we talk about every day, like politics. It would be like, you know, Sonia Smith turned 103, and, you know, like Santa Cruz, California, and we want to wish, you know, Sonia a very happy birthday, and, you know, and then like, you know, the very first hippopotamus was born in the Lincoln Park Zoo or something. You know, it would be these kind of like, because people send me feel-good stories all the time, and so I would do news about feel-good stories, and I would want it to kind of be very much what speaks of my heart, so to speak, with like my writing, but in a non-fiction way. Does that make sense? It's the backdrop of this very fictional town. I don't know if it makes sense at all what I'm saying, and I wouldn't steal the whole Lake Wobegon idea, but it's kind of like coming into formation in my head, and I'm very excited about it. I'm like, oh my god, this is totally like I have such a, like, I totally can see this, like I can see it in my head how it would be. And it was interesting because my neighbor that you guys have seen, she is studying music production right now, and I have always wanted to be a singer, and I joke about, you know, putting out an album and things like that, but like I love to write lyrics and poems, and that's not something I talk about on here very often. And she plays music, she plays piano, and she plays trumpet, and she sings as well, and I thought, I'm gonna go over to her tomorrow, and I'm gonna be like, let's write an album together, let's put an album out. And I just really want to start putting all of this energy, because I'm like really into my novel right now, and I'm like in love with my novel. I wish I could tell you the characters' names, because I can't, because the characters' names are the title of the book. But like, I'm so in love with these characters right now. They're so endearing to me, and the trials that they're going through and this mystery that they're caught up in is just like, I love when I'm so tapped in to my passion, and it's so exciting for me, and I just want to do it all the time in everything I do. I want to do a podcast, I want to have my book, and I'd like to do an album, and I want to do my YouTube channel, you know, and I think that I have the ability to do all that stuff and manage it out. I'm managing it very, very well right now, you know, and it's like, I was sitting outside reading today, and I thought to myself, the more I do, the more I find that I have time for things. It's interesting, like, I know I kind of just complained about this yesterday because I didn't get my nap. But, like, so many people contact me and they're like, I don't know how you find enough time in the day to do all this stuff. And, you know, I get up very, very late. And yes, I stay up late, but I'm probably not up any more hours than anybody else is. If you get up at 7, I get up at noon, but I stay up till 5. You go to bed probably at 11 or 12. So it's really, I don't have any more hours in the day than you do. And I meant to be charging my phone. And what's interesting about that is that, hold on, please. You know, if I don't have anything to do, I don't get, like, if I don't make a schedule and I have, like, things to do, I don't get anything done. But when I have a lot to do, like, okay, these are my video ideas. Okay, Peter, sit down for 2 hours and write today, which I was very good at today. You know, if I do those things, then, like, I find that I have more time to sit there, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, I have an hour to read. So, you know, it's like that. Does it make sense? It's like I went out to dinner. I was at dinner for 2 hours. I came home. I did like an hour-and-a-half live stream, and then I was like jotting down all these notes for this podcast and what I want to do with it. And then I wrote for like a half an hour because I was finishing up this chapter that I'm working on. And then, like, I sat outside and I read for 20 minutes. And then I went up and, like, I sat and talked to Alex for like a half an hour before he went to bed. Then he went to bed. And then I, you know, came out here and started filming my vlog, you know. And it's like, I feel so happy, so grateful, and so alive when I'm tapped into all this creativity. Does that make sense? And it's the most fantastic thing. So I'm excited about that. Because it would be ridiculous for me to start another channel or something like that. But, like, I don't want to do something that would, like, overcompensate me. But if I could do, like, a podcast where, like, I could get it, you know, like, whoever was going to be on my podcast that night, like, it would be, like, every Sunday afternoon from, like, 2 to 3, we, like, recorded it, and then I uploaded it on, like, Sunday nights, which I would love to do, like, be like that. Sunday nights would be a perfect time to do it. And then it would take me an hour to record and an hour to upload it, so it's 2 hours, plus kind of writing out what I wanted to do that week. I just think it sounds like so much fun. We could even, like, read some plays on there, I was thinking, you know, like, do, like, a funny updated version of, like, The Christmas Carol at, like, Christmas time, or, like, get, you know, like, the script to, like, It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, but, like, do, like, a really funny version to it with, like, celebrities today, and things like that. Like, very much a variety show. I would love it. It would be so fun, wouldn't it? Or, like, the Halloween script with Jamie Lee Curtis, and that one could be, like, an hour-and-a-half version. It would be, like, me and all my friends, and we would play, like, different parts. And then, of course, Michael Myers would have to talk, like The Shape, right? So he would have to talk, so we would have to give him some kind of, like, anyway. And then I could have all different kinds of, like, somebody even said this on my video, and I had already thought of it. Like, you know, I could have, like, you know, a keyboard of different sounds, like, oh, I'm so excited about it. So I hope it actually works out. My goal is to have it up and start it around the first of the year, because I want to give myself enough time to plan. But what do you guys think about that? Don't you think that would be cool? Not just a podcast, not just something else where you guys are like, oh, here's like a fifth outlet for Peter just to talk, but it would be totally different, you know, because that's what I want. So it would be like, yes, you love Madonna's singing, but now let's go see her in a play. Well, that didn't work real well for Madonna, but, you know, something like that. No shade to Madonna. I love Madonna. But we'll see. I love to think about creative stuff, even if I don't end up doing it, you know? It's fun to just kind of think about it. Usually for me, if I don't end up doing it, it usually kind of works itself into some other kind of, like, creative idea for me, so. Well, I don't want to ramble on and on and on tonight, actually. And I don't know how much time I've recorded from my previous couple times, but I will tell you something I found out that was funny. I was looking kind of like at my last couple videos, and do you guys know what's interesting is my longer videos get more views than my shorter videos, and I don't know if that's because of the titles of the videos or what, but, like, my longer videos seem to do better than my shorter videos. Do you think that's interesting? I know that you guys like the longer ones, but I've had the theme to Rear Window stuck in my head all day. Rear Window, the Alfred Hitchcock movie. I love that movie. So guess what? It's almost Halloween season. Are you guys ready? You getting your pumpkins? You getting all your movies out? You're getting all your books out if you're going to read scary books with me. I'm doing 2, if you want to join along on my BookTube channel, I'm doing 2 group, like book club buddy reads for the month. I'm reading my friend Richard Denny. He has a BookTube channel called Richard's Book Nook. And he wrote a book called The Library of Souls. Not to be confused with the book by Ransom Riggs. But anyway, it's a middle grade book, and I already have that. You can get it on Amazon. And the second book that I'm going to be reading for the whole month of October is Helter Skelter, the Charles Manson Murders. So if you'd like to read that with me, feel free. I'm real excited about it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So, and I have a whole TBR that I'm doing. Spookathon is a Halloween readathon. It is October 16th to the 22nd. You can go to Books and Lala, L-A-L-A, Books and Lala, L-A-L-A, or you can just put in Spookathon 2017 and it'll pull up the video, Spookathon. And it is, last year was the first year, this is their second year. It's a readathon, and there's 5 challenges. If you guys have never done a readathon before, you don't have to have a BookTube channel, you don't have to have a Bookstagram on Instagram, book blog, anything. You just do it for fun. There's 5 challenges, and it's reading 5 scary books, thrillers within a week. And then they also are doing a group reads. A lot of these like readathons do like a group reads, and the group read this year is Sherry Lapina's Stranger in My House, which I will probably listen to on Audible that week. So if you guys want to get it and listen to it on Audible with me, or if you want to read it, that will be the group book that I do that week. And before that comes out, I will do a TBR on that channel. I know a lot of you guys that watch my BookTube channel watch this channel as well, which I love. So if you guys want to like read along the books that I'm reading and kind of discuss it on the vlog, we could kind of do that. So that would be fun, wouldn't it? Anyway, I think I'm gonna get off here now and just kind of listen to music for a little bit. All right, you guys, I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.